One of the bottlenecks that business owners and coaches have when it comes to making YouTube content is the issue of scripting. It's another crucial task that takes some time off their day, and they do not know exactly how to write or structure their script in a way that attracts their ICP. Now, I run a YouTube content agency. We have written multiple B2B scripts for myself and for my clients at Ingu Media. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to write a B2B script that books you calls, the exact structure, and if you stick to the end, I'm even going to share with you the exact scripting template that I use for myself and for my clients. So this is actually how my script looks like, and it has about 5 main parts that I'm going to show you in a bit. And if you look at the main components, the first part is actually the title. Now, for the title, you want to focus on always making sure that you at least mention who your ICP is in your title. You want to make it clear that this video is for a specific group of people. Then you want to make sure that you also have the problem or a solution inside your title, and you can put a promise in the title so that it incentivizes people to watch the whole video. And it's important to also have relevance in the title. For example, if you can have a title like this, how to make meta ads creatives even if you are a beginner. Now, this title has your ICP who you're looking at, which is people looking to make meta ads, people who are running meta ads. Those are your exact ICP, and you want to make sure that it's reflected in your title. Now, when you say even if you're a beginner, you're speaking to relevancy. You're speaking to the person who may be a beginner and is not sure that this video is for him. So when you tell them even if you're a beginner, you're actually specifying that this video is relevant to you, and you're also providing a solution to a problem. You're going to teach them how they can make meta ads creative. So that is a good title structure that you can normally use for a B2B. And in case you also want to generate high quality leads and build trust, we handle everything from ideation to uploading. So all you have to do is record for about 1 to 2 hours a week, and we handle the rest. If that's you, I'll leave the first link in the description. Click that and book a call with me. Anyway, back to the video. Now, the second part is the hook. Now, this section right here is normally meant to hook the viewer in so that they can be able to be incentivized to watch the rest of the video. Now, on the hook, what you want to make sure that you do, you need to confirm the click. Okay, so if you say that your video is about how to make meta ads creative, on the hook, you also want to mention something like that. You want to mention that in this video, you're going to show him how he's going to make meta ads creative. You want to make sure you mention that line so that you incentivize him to continue watching, so that he knows this video is exactly what the title and the thumbnail describe. You want to be relevant to your ICP. So if your ICP undergo a certain problem in relation to meta ads, you want to use that. So you want to mention how they normally make meta ads creatives that may be flawed, so that you're relating to them, and then you're going to show them how to actually make a good meta ad creative. You need to provide some credibility. If you have some case studies or client testimonials, you need to provide those and tell us that you've made meta ads creative for other brands that have generated a lot of money from it. And you also need to give a promise, right? That by watching this video, they're going to get this, or that at the end of this video, you're going to give them something that they can use. It could be your exact meta ads structure or where you find your inspiration from. Anything that will normally incentivize them to continue watching. And then the third part is the body. This will be the longest part. You'll normally have the points, then the explanation. Now, what you want to make sure in the body is that you normally have a breakdown of your information into steps or points, and you explain each step. So you can have as a point and explain, a point and explain in the body. Normally, you can use bullet points unless it's an educational video. Now, I explained this before that for B2B, you normally have about 3 types of videos, which is the action-based, the educational content, and the social proof content. Now, for this third one, and I made a whole video on this, I will link it up here. But for the action-based and the social proof video, you do not need to have this word for word. You can just have the bullet points and the person just explain without a script. The reason you do that is because you don't want to sound too robotic, okay? You want to sound as natural as possible. Then the second thing is the educational can have bullet points. Not necessary, but you can have bullet points for the educational. For example, if you have a video like why most beginners fail at Airbnb, you could structure it into a point-by-point form. Like the first one is that they fail to secure landlords, and you can just have explanation for that, but it's not necessary. So what I recommend for the body is that once you've broken down into steps, just use bullet points for each and explain with your own understanding or from your own expertise. Then the next part is normally the CTA. Now, I normally like to have 2 to 3 CTAs. I could have one inside the body and another one at the end. The reason why I do this is normally for the CTA, you are going to tell the viewer what action to take. And the reason you have one up here early on in the body is because most of the people will not reach the end of your video. So you want to make sure that you also capture the audience that normally leaves before the end of the video. And then you can have one for the end, which is normally for those who actually get to the end of the video. Now for the CTA, you just want to make sure you tell them what action to take. You can have 2 to 3 max CTAs, 1 to 2 which you just tell them to book a call with you or to go to your landing page, and then 1 for a free resource that you have probably provided in the description. After that, you can just continue with the body until the body is done, and then you go to the outro. And so for the outro, what this is, you're just going to summarize the entire video, like a small summary, and then you're going to guide them on what they're going to do next, like if they should watch another video or something. You can just summarize everything or conclude everything, and you can also just guide them to another video. Now something important to also note is that we have something called the transition sentence. It's a sentence that eases the connection between 2 sections so that the viewer doesn't lose attention. Like after the hook, you go to the body, but you can't just jump into the body, okay? You're going to create an attention gap. You need to find a way to transition in between the hook and the body. Like you can say, and by the way, if you want this and this, okay? So that you're not just jumping from one section to another and you're going to just lose the attention of the viewer. Also, I like to use Google Docs for my scripts because you can easily leave a comment for your client. And if you want this exact template, just DM me the word script on my X account. I'll link it in the description below and I will send it to you. Plus, I will even send you the exact script I used for my previous video so that you can see how I implement it. And this is exactly how I script B2B videos for myself and for my clients at my agency, Ingu Media. Of course, for your videos to work effectively and generate leads, you also need to come up with the video ideas, edit the video, design the thumbnails, write the title, and a few other things. So if you want my help in generating leads by implementing a complete YouTube client acquisition system, click on the first link to book a call with me.